something brand new today from Jimmy the Baker. It's a 12 count of the 4-ounce ginger molasses or cornbread cookies. And from that shot from the top, I don't think you can see the scale of this. I'm gonna pick this cookie up and I'm gonna put this in front of my face. And you tell me this is not one of the biggest cookies you've ever seen. Look at that, look at the size of that cookie, right? And then watch this. Look how amazingly thick and delicious this is. This is one of those soft, moist, not break your teeth gingerbread cookies, but more like a cake-like cookie from Jimmy the Baker. So here's your offer. Each one of these is individually wrapped. So again, you can enjoy them fresh, and we'll talk about the way they come and how to store them. You can get all 12 in the ginger, you can get all 12 in the cornbread, or you can get a combo, which is going to give you 6 of each one of these for $48. Let me welcome in Jimmy the Baker, who's joining us via television magic. Jimmy, are you in the bakery?
I'm in the bakery, and I realized I kept my hairnet on. As soon as I knew it was you, I figured I'm keeping it on because I know she's going to find it so wild, man.
It is so hot, man. Oh man!
I promise next time we all go out, I'll wear it. Okay? Come on.
Oh well, thanks for letting us in.
I'm not just anybody's arm candy.
Right. Let me tell you something. You're such adorable, and I love seeing you in your natural element with the flour all over your shirt. You are literally working hard.
Really?
Yeah. You really, really are in the bakery doing your thing. Well, thank you for being here.
Yes,
so
I am.
Talk to us about these cookies. First of all, I love the idea of a ginger cookie that's not like a break your teeth.
It's so ginger molasses and the spices I love. I say it all year round. It's technically fall winter spices, but particularly in the Pennsylvania area, I know that the ginger molasses cookies sold all year round. We had to actually pull back on the amount of molasses that was in this cookie. It was way too soft. And again, we're making them big. These are 4 ounces, by the way.
Right.
And what I like about both these cookies is this is the most aromatic cookie collection between the smell of the cornbread, the grits, and the smell of the ginger and the molasses and the nutmeg in this cookie. I think the ginger cookie is my favorite cookie. I know chocolate chip, people like chocolate chip and the almond, but you could go to town on this cookie. I always say it's 4 ounces. That's a quarter of a pound, right?
That's a big
You're not going to eat the whole thing, but you could. The thing about the ginger cookie, it's not killer sweet. The spice kind of lures you in. So you want to, let's get right to when you get them. I want you to either put them in the refrigerator or the freezer because they're shipped to you. Keep trying. It's not going to fit.
Jimmy, I'm going to need a bigger cup. Like what?
I know. You got to put a hairnet on when you do that too.
What happened?
So anyway,
what's going on?
So they're both aromatic. They're both. And I'm going to say, as far as cookies go, not this, I'm listening to the QVC customer who's saying, give me some of this. Don't give me some of the stuff that's killer sweet. Love the cinnamon roll, time and place. But if I want to break a piece of something off after dinner or after breakfast, and I just want to have a little something sweet, I am not suggesting you eat the whole cookie. Now, there is a reason I bake big. Because when you bake small, you bake crispier and drier.
Right.
That's the rule in cookies. And when you start getting above 3-4 ounces, you can kind of play with it. And the sleeper last year, by the way, was the cornbread cookie.
Right.
I think we had it on once, but I have to say, most ask for cookie. Facebook, website, and all that stuff is where is the cornbread cookie?
Right.
This is a cookie. This is cornbread meets cookie, and by the way, made with grits. We're not using cornmeal. We're using grits. So you're really getting
a little bit of texture to it.
Grit in there.
Yeah.
And we got some honey in there too. So it's honey.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Cornbread cookie, and you could again not overly sweet.
No.
So you have to be careful because you could keep eating it. I always suggest keep one of these in the fridge, break it in half, or break it in thirds, or break it in quarters, and take a piece off, put it back in the fridge, or put it back in the freezer. You're always just a minute away from cookies.
Look at,
individually wrapped, of course, 12
right.
to a box.
And look at the
Arrive to your
perfect
door.
baking on this, Jimmy. I mean, the perfect baking. You have just that perfect
Thank
crisp
you.
around the outside. It's moist on the inside like we showed you. The perfect crisp on the bottom. And then you break into it and you get the flavor. I didn't know that this had
Wow.
grits, but I can taste that. And that texture
Yes.
is incredible. That is so good.
And I have to say, I know you and I love to kid around, but that is we worked hard at that. The fact that you notice the outer edge being slightly
Yes.
crispier, the center being soft, the bottom being toasted. Oh, the different temperature ranges from 3 to 325 to
Right.
400 degrees and back again. And finally, we got the right one. We don't want the cookie to spread too thin. We don't want it to be too thick. So, but the cornbread cookie, I'm going to say in 2024 was probably the most, let's call it offline. People would call me up and say, I haven't seen those cornbread cookies in a while. Can I get some?
Right.
So we really, I'm so glad they brought it back because I think this is the sleeper of the day.
When you think about cornbread and you think about ginger, you think about fall. So I'm glad we have them now because they're flavors that really should be enjoyed year round, and you can enjoy them year round with this offer from Jimmy. So you get 12 and you'll have a choice. You can either get all 12 in the ginger molasses, all 12 in the cornbread, which is delicious, or if you're trying Jimmy's cookies for the first time, get that combo, and that way you'll get 6 of each and you can experience both flavors. $48 is the price and 3 easy pays, and there is no auto delivery on these. So once again, the only way to get more is to order more. They ship to you ambient. Is that correct, Jimmy? And then as soon as we get them.
That is correct. And it
Okay.
is a bit warm out, so the cookies tend to soften up. In
Right.
those UPS fans, it gets to be 100, 110 degrees in
Right.
there. Take the cookies out, handle them gingerly, and put them in the fridge or the freezer.
Pun intended.
They will firm up, and they will firm up. Me, I grew up on an iced ginger cookie, and I don't know why that was summers at poolside. There was always that long 6-pack or that
Yeah.
long package of cookies, the ginger with the icing. It just kind of hit the spot. Again, not killer sweet. I think it's, if I can call it an adult taste or an adult flavor, that's really what I was going for. But at the same time, you have to be careful because usually it's that kind of cookie that you keep eating and eating. So pace
Yeah.
yourself, grab half, grab a third, put together the rest back in the fridge. You're always just a few minutes away from a cookie. from a really
Cut
good
it in
cookie.
half, and that way you'll be able to dunk it because these cookies are big. Cut it in a quarter, actually. A quarter of this cookie
Yeah.
might be the perfect, little sweet after you get done your meal and you want just a little something sweet. This would be perfect. So we encourage you to be in the process of placing your order, put them in your cart, check out, and 135-282. Always a pleasure to spend time with you. Jimmy, don't work too hard. What time is it, 2 o'clock? You got, what, 2-3 more hours and you can go home?
We have 4 more hours to go. So,
Well, pace
and
yourself.
listen, I've got the apron and I've got the hairnet waiting for when you come up.
I
And
can't wait.
Is Big Jim, your husband, right? Big Jim?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I have big aprons.
All right, we'll get him in there too. No problem. Thank you, Jimmy.
Okay.
You're so fun.
Thank you. Bye-bye.